Hey guys, Darin Marques with Huntington and Ellis. I am here today to talk to you about this crazy market. We are now in April of 2021, and I don't think anybody expected what's going on right now. So with what we went through last year in 2020, did we really expect that we would have the hottest real estate market that we've seen in many years going on? No, most people didn't, but that's what we're seeing. We are seeing an unbelievable, low amount of inventory. Interest rates are at an all-time low. Properties are selling left and right. People don't know where to go. People are trying to buy homes, sell homes. It is crazy out there. So this is probably the most common question I get every day is, Darin, what do you think is going to happen in the market? And so the number one thing I always like to address is, let's look at the level of inventory. I mean, typically even in a low inventory market, we're sitting like around, 3,500 to 4,000 homes, which would be considered low. We're now under 2,000 homes on the market in the Las Vegas Valley. That is unbelievable. Yeah, we could use some inventory right now. So think about this, is that with the current absorption rate in homes being purchased, even if homes start popping on the market tomorrow, because of course a lot of people start asking, well, what's going to happen when these forbearances come to end and all of a sudden now people owe these big payments? Is everybody going to be dumping their home on the market and selling? And we may see a little bit of that. I think the reality is that the banks were very proactive in this situation this time. They got ahead of it. They worked with homeowners so that people didn't end up underwater. And people are back making their mortgage payments again. Their forbearances are ending and they're back working and making those payments. The other thing is I talked with a local economist here a few months ago, and he reminded me of one thing. He said, here's the big difference right now with 2007, 2008 versus now, is that almost everyone has equity in their home. Nobody's walking away from that equity. Most people have put 20% down. Most people, we've got a large percentage of buyers that had paid cash over the past 10 years. And so everybody right now is sitting with a ton of equity in their home, and people aren't going to walk away from that. They're going to make sure they get their payments back on track. And the banks have been much smarter, obviously. I mean, there was different loan programs back in 2005, 6, and 7, which put us in the situation that we were, where people got completely leveraged. And when the market did shift and people were getting laid off, they couldn't afford those homes anymore. Well, we're in a much different situation. I mean, the banks have been, requiring more money down, all of those things. You can't buy multiple investment properties like you used to be able to. And so I think that's one of the things that's going to help as well. As far as, what we're going to see over the next year, a couple great things is what I'm seeing right now in this market, especially in luxury, is that 80% of our buyers coming in are coming in from California. And I don't think that's going to slow down anytime soon. We've seen over the past 5 years that 30 to 35% of our buyers in the luxury market were California. Again, now we're looking at like 75 to 80%. And they're coming in for tax reasons and, just different reasons as well. I mean, people are finding that Vegas is really a more attractive city to live and a better community now with professional sports teams and everything else that's going on here. So that being said, I think we're going to still continue to have that influx of buyers coming in from California. Plus now you've coupled that with the fact that all these local sellers have sold their home and they're now on the market looking to buy homes. So we've really got this, I don't want to call it a perfect storm, but all these clients coming in from California, local buyers now looking to buy homes, and our inventory is extremely low. I mean, it would take a lot of inventory to come back on the market, probably a couple thousand homes just to change that pace a little bit. Only thing I see that we might run into over the next few months is that buyers getting frustrated or burnt out, that they can't find a home and they end up waiting, or they just end up, holding off for a while until the inventory increases. So I see that happening. But as long as interest rates remains low, which I think is also continuing to drive this, I think we're going to continue to see this surge of buyers out looking to buy homes. And I know that every time interest rates tick up a little bit, I've got friends and family that call me and say, is now the time to buy? Maybe I should get out there and start buying before the interest rates get up too high. So I think we'll continue to see that. So I think that over the next 12 to 18 months, we're going to still have a really strong real estate market, especially in the luxury market. I'm seeing things in luxury that I've never seen before, where we're seeing multiple offers on $3 million homes, which has been unheard of. And that market is still continuing to move. So I think there's some great things coming up in 2021 for the real estate market. And hopefully you'll stay tuned with me. And if you have any questions, please call me at 702-485-7755, or you can email me at darin@dmgluxury.com.